Yo, but this is your host with the most, back at it again with the mastermind, the genius behind some of the strategies of One Piece.
Yes, sir.
My boy Vic, what's up, boss? How are you today?
What's up, man? What's
All
up, man?
right. Hey, Tyler,
Doing
what's
well.
up?
Coming off a 4-0 victory at locals, man. Got my winners packs. Feeling good, man. Whitebeard. Best
That's
deck, baby.
that's true. Whitebeard. Talk to us about Whitebeard. Why do you play Whitebeard?
Play the Moby Dick variation. I know that a lot of people love how good Strawbeard variation is against like pretty much so many decks, and the Moby Dick variation just runs through that mirror,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
pretty much that's enough reason on its own
For the mirror match.
as well. Not only that, but the variation I play. For a while I was playing 4 squads, and 2 aces, but now I switched to 3 squads, 3 aces. But it really helps in like matchups where a lot of people think Whitebeard isn't favored. But for example, versus Law, I run 4 Sea Quakes, 4 Vistas, and 4 Sea Quakes. Sea Quakes fuck Law up to fucking hell. Law cannot beat 4 Sea Quakes. He just can't. It's
Okay.
just it doesn't happen.
Amazing.
He just
Okay. That's amazing. Actually, no. That's actually really profound because a lot of people actually opt away from it. You're right. There's so many different strategies, so many different ways to build the beard, the white beard, the old man,
and
the
it's a late
gangster,
game. You get to late game. They have their
the mafia
6K
boss.
6K law blockers. You play Ace. Lower 2 of them by 3. Play 2 Sea Quakes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You get a 6K removal. That's amazing. Talk to us about OP-03. What are you excited about for Whitebeard? I see a lot of Whitebeard support for OP-03. Are you excited at all about this new leader, the Ace? When this leader attacks or is being attacked, you may trash any number of events or stage cards from your hand. For each card you trash, this leader gets plus 1,000 power during this battle. Is this something you might opt away from Whitebeard? Or do you think Whitebeard will still dominate that meta against this kind of leader?
It's it's gonna be something it's gonna be unforeseen territory for sure. Just because Japan they had Whitebeard with Moby Dick just from the beginning of OP-03, and they had it for like I don't know how long, maybe a couple months even, and it was dominating the format. We're not even getting that from day one, so we have to start completely just fresh. The Kabaji, that's not Nami, so it's pretty much a format that hasn't been seen yet. So I feel like Ace is going to get some potential that it didn't necessarily get in Japan. And we already know from like seeing the OP-02 how tournaments and competitive has gone that we play quite differently in the meta than our friends in Japan.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I do like Ace. I feel like Ace has a lot of fucking removal. We've got stuff such as Flame Emperor, which which deletes an 8K or less, and your leader gains 3,000 and double attack for 7K. It's got a crazy trigger. It's got the jet pistol trigger.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, that card's insane. Absolutely excited to see the insane power of removal that Red's gonna get. If your leader is Ace, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 8K power or less. That's insane. For 7 costs, you could remove an Odin. For 7 costs, you could remove a Eustace 8-drop. That's one of Zoro's biggest problems in hurdles.
Also, let's say, and that's 7 costs. You could also, if you needed to, let's say their board is just big as fuck, you could pair it with Fire Fist and KO a 5K or less and a 4K or less.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The other event card, oh my god.
Let's say
Red is getting amazing support, wouldn't you say so?
Yes. Let's say, for example, they do have, what? Let's say, for example, they have, let's say you're playing blue, for example. Let's say they have that 7K Dofi. Boom, that's gone with Flame Emperor. And then let's say they have 2 blockers. Let's say they have Inazuma, and they have a Dofi. Boom, you clear all three.
Absolutely insane. Insane.
Yeah.
The
And
potential
then,
is
and then,
huge.
and then, not to mention, let's say you have four. You don't have any Dawn left, but let's say you have four more events in your hand. You can discard them, and now you're at like what 12.
It's just, I think Ace is going to be super fun to play. Maybe he won't be the strongest just because there's going to be an element of RNG. You're going to play so many event cards. There's a possibility you might not draw the counters you need at the right time, or maybe too many stages and you won't be able to activate your ability too many
Yeah, but
times.
you can also
But absolutely, man, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make, I think, Ace a more of a responsive leader, a leader that. But I love that they made his ability on defense and on attack. So whenever he's attacked or is being attacked, he can actually gain that plus 1k. So allowing the deck to just play as much events as it wants, play as much of these insane events like Fire Fist. Oh my god! So you're not gonna have any detriment to playing insane amount of really strong events, and it's going to be a removal based kind of deck. You get me? It's going to be a lot of removal, a lot of control.
Also remember, Marco can get rid of any Whitebeard card. It doesn't have to be a character, doesn't have to be an event or stage, any Whitebeard card. So he can, the 4-cost blocker I'm talking about, he can bring up. You can discard the extra stages if you're playing multiples of the striker stage. And for the 5-cost 6k Marco, which acts as a Vista on play, you can discard events. So any event, doesn't need to be a Whitebeard event, it can be any event.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. And talk to us about this Marco, since we're talking about Marco already. What do you think about this new Marco 5-cost turn on your turn on play? KO up to one of your opponent's characters with cost 3k or less, and on KO you may trash one event card from your hand. Play this character from your trash rested. So it has kind of the same ability as this Marco that we already have in set 2, which comes back from the trash, but that one needed a Whitebeard card. It didn't matter what card it is. This one specifies events, and it's not a blocker actually. How do you think this will pair up against the other Marco? Do you think this is actually a viable target to build?
Yeah, no, I think this is better for sure, because especially for one, it's got counter.
Okay.
And the other one has counter as well, but just having counter just makes it great. And then it acts as a Vista, but that 6k attack. So basically, you're never worried about swinging, because especially if you're playing it with Ace, because you have so many events and you're swinging for 6k. So anytime that they counter out, you're forcing a 2k out of their hand at minimum, or 2 1ks at least. So 2 cards or a 2k,
okay,
which is big. And you never have to worry about removal, because you run so many events that as soon as it touches the field, it's on there for the rest of the game.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with you totally. It's gonna be a beast of a card. You cannot remove it. It's gonna be a huge. No wonder they actually banned Moby Dick. I mean, imagine having 2 Marcos with a Moby Dick. Just there's no way to really answer something like that, I think.
Yeah, and the new Marco, because look, the new Marco would get what's it called? The new Marco would get the Moby Dick advantage too, because it's a Whitebeard pirate, of course.
Right.
And so an 8k swinger every turn that you can't remove. Yeah,
absolutely
it's like that.
Insane.
That's crazy.
Do you think we're gonna get the same bans? I think I heard something about that. We're gonna get the same bans. Moby Dick, I think OP-03 will be banned.
They already announced it. That it's actually they already actually said that it's gonna be supposedly it's gonna be banned for the pre-release, which I thought was kind of crazy, because for the pre-release, I don't know if you're even able to play with OP-03 cards. So if you're only able to play with OP-02 cards, let's say you only have a Whitebeard Moby Dick deck, like me, for example, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I have to just play something different for the pre-release deck.
Looks like it. Play some black, man. You'll have some fun. Absolutely, I'm loving what they're doing here. Get some support for the Whitebeard. You get some options here. So it looks like they're actually wanting the Whitebeard to stay strong. And also, if you want to have some fun, you can play the Ace. I think Zoro will still be viable. You get some 1-cost characters here, very cheap, strong characters. Maybe even you can switch out. Maybe we can do a Zoro beard. I'm joking, guys. Don't roast me. I heard the straw beard. That's why I had to do it. Anyways, guys, let's do. Let's talk a little bit finally about which kind of deck will you follow in red? What are you going to play in red? Are you staying with the Whitebeard? Are you just going to add some support? Or are you actually thinking to play some of the ace control? Or are you just going to go for something safe like a Zoro?
No, if I was to run red, it would definitely be Ace. I just don't think Whitebeard's Whitebeard. I think Whitebeard maybe has potential again down the road, but as for OP-03, I think trying to just make it work without while knowing that the thing that made it the best got taken away. That's just trying too hard to force it. And I'd rather not play something that isn't capable of being at full power.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
think they're giving. Yeah, a lot of this Whitebeard support could also be used to any other red deck, so we could see it adding value to the Zoro, like this thatch right here. That once per turn give it plus 2k, but it trashes, and so one cost with a 1k counter. It's really strong. I can see Zoro's running that, and so I see what you're talking about. Maybe Whitebeard will struggle because those decks are just gonna be. What do you think? The decks are gonna be just too fast for the Whitebeard. They're just gonna keep pressuring him. Why do you think he's going to struggle in set 3?
I mean, I could see Strawbeard still doing its thing because Izo will be able to search like it'll be able to search your Marcos, whether it's the 5-drop or the 6, whether it's the 5-drop or the other one. Even though I don't know, some people run Strawbeard, don't run the what's it called, the blocker version. But I assume they would 100% run the 5-drop.
Yeah.
But I haven't really looked into that. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because, like
Yeah.
I said, it's gonna be a new waters because Japan didn't have to play without Moby Dick, so we'll have to see what the new format brings. But
Yeah.
even look at that limb card, the 3-drop 2K. That's an interesting blocker. That's something that we haven't seen from other blockers in previous sets. You see the card I'm talking about?
Yeah, during your opponent's turn, when this card's KO'd, give minus 2k power to the opponent leader or character. Kind of being able to stop 2 attacks as a blocker, actually. Really strong, yeah. Getting a lot of value. It's going to be a big target for removal, so you're probably going to see it. You're never going to see it activated. But yeah, the activation of it is going to be really good.
Yeah, and it's got no counter, so that makes it
That
tough,
does
but
hurt, yeah. But you
yeah,
expect that from blockers, I guess. You just want to get them off on the field. But yeah, I think she's gonna just replace Tony Chopper. It's gonna strong cheap blocker that does a lot of can gain a lot of value.
yeah, but 3 Don can be kind of expensive, so you never know. That's the whole point of people trying to justify Chopper is just how cheap it is.
Do you think they can use this in a law deck? I think this could be actually something you could put in a law deck, kind of, I think maybe if Law is just scared from all the from all the 5-lifers decks, set 3 coming with all those double attacking leaders.
That new Marco is something that'll hurt Law.
Definitely. Yeah. The double attacking leaders. Kid might be coming back with all the green stuff. We haven't even talked about that actually. Let's move on.